Hello from Farland. This is the second part of the story of the second expansion I have undertaken with my layout. The first was on a much larger but less complex scale than this one. I am going to demolish existing track, inclines, and some, if not all, of my country stations. My table was 19 by 13. I think I used to say it was 15, but it's actually 13. And I'm going to enlarge it to 22.5 feet by 13 feet. That'll add 30 square feet. I'm trying to achieve several objectives. The first is I want to reduce Round Hill Bank from a 3% grade to a 2% grade. When I originally built Farland, I felt 3% grades would work fine for me, and they saved a lot of space since the length required is 50% longer for 2% grades. Stations need to be level, and points or turnouts need to be level. You can only gain or lose elevation between the two. For those of you that saw the first video, I have not completely decided on the final track plan. I want to put some track together and see it in 3D before I start making the final decision. There were some good suggestions and I want to investigate them. Since I built my layout, I have discovered that I like running longer trains than I had planned in the beginning. Some of my locomotives, primarily the steam models, are unable to climb the 3% inclines with ease with more than 3 coaches trailing. I hope to improve that. If you don't know, 3% inclines means gaining 3 feet in 100 feet of run, or in the case of a model railway, 3 inches of altitude in 100 inches of run. As you can see, I have built the new table. It has 2 special features I have not used before. One is I put a well in the middle for access. The other is, because the table is against a wall, I installed clips so I can remove the backdrops for painting or repair. I pinned and screwed the previous backdrops to the table. I have what I think should be an adequate amount of track, and this time I bought Woodland Scenics foam inclines. Prior to this I used wood or medium density fiberboard, MDF, to build the inclines. I am curious to see how the foam will work. The next step is demolition, but I want to run some trains before I tear up the existing tracks. So on to the trains. Here comes a Class 31 A1A in British green with a mixed goods load. Here comes Merchant Navy Class 462 Holland Africa line with a rake of Pullman coaches. Here's Clan McGregor 462 configuration, BL green with a rake of Southern Rail British green coaches. Railmaster is online and working nicely. Here's a Black 5 460 in sound, pulling a rake of maroon coaches. Here comes the Class 50 CO configuration, Illustrious, hauling a mail sorting van and 5 crimson and cream coaches. Here's a Class 3P 060T hauling a mineral train. This is a Class 101 two-car DMU in BR green. To celebrate this last appearance of the Black 5 and the Holland Africa Merchant Navy class locomotives to the old Shell Hill Station, I declare free beer for all.